We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. That quote by Joseph Campbell is what my grandma lives by. I would like to share with you someone in my life who has influenced my family and I, my great-grandma Dolores Walensky. My great-grandmother is a hard-working woman who has went through some good times and plenty of hard times. She was also a very good dancer as a child and was a very successful hard worker growing up. It's because of her example that my grandma and my mom and I live our lives always seeing the brighter side of every situation, knowing I can get through anything through thoughts and choices. My grandma was born January 18, 1932 and is now 81 years old. She was born and raised in Minnesota, Minneapolis at Alina Abbott Northwestern Hospital. Growing up, she had one sister and one brother, and she was the eldest. She lived with her parents who came from Poland to the U.S. Growing up, starting at the age of 4, she was a dancer. She would go to beer joints with her dad and dance to make money for him to buy beer. As a teenager, she went to Polish weddings all the time. Some of the dances she liked to do were polka, waltz, and jazz. Polka dancing was first introduced into ballrooms in Prague in 1935. The name of the dance is half-step, referring to the rapid shift from one foot to the other. Her two favorite places to dance were Marigold and Prom Ball, which were in Minneapolis. My great-grandmother got her first job when she was in high school at a cafeteria called Rollers. After that job, she was a nurse for many years at St. Mary's Hospital and was also a nurse at Memorial Hospital in Robbinsdale. She stopped working as a nurse after a while of being with my great-grandpa because she was working long hours and didn't get to see him much. After she quit being a nurse, she got a job at XPEL Imaging as the head phone operator. She married my great-grandfather Bill Walensky after being friends with him for a long time. They met at a young age since their grandparents grew up together. My great-grandfather brother also married her best friend. My great-grandma accomplished so many goals in her life. Even though she accomplished a lot, it wasn't an easy life. My great-grandmother had 4 kids, Delane, Diane, Daryl, and Duane. Both girls, Delane and Diane, are still alive today, but both boys have passed. Daryl passed away from an aneurysm, and Duane, after the Army, became depressed, committed suicide, and was found in a creek in California. About 30% of men and women who have spent time in war zones experience PTSD, and about 80% commit suicide. My great-grandma and grandpa love to travel together. They have traveled over 35 different states. Some of the places they have traveled to were Hawaii, Bahamas, New Orleans, Louisiana, and New York. The worst experience they had while traveling was they had went to New York 2 days after 9/11, and she said the smell in the air was so bad. Today we have looked at someone who has influenced my life greatly through her characteristics and choices. My great-grandmother, Dolores Walensky. We have seen that she was a very diligent and dedicated person. Her views on life are she had a beautiful life. She's thankful for all her blessings, for health, family, and her husband. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. That quote by Joseph Campbell is what my grandma would say.